always do this. I always forget what day I'm on because I film so ahead of schedule. 12! Okay, today, don't mind how formal I look. I mean, you can't really tell I'm formal, but I just had, a class and I had to sing. So I gave the girls Shiki Deaky wrap dress. Alrighty, well, today's tutorial is going to be another special effect. So we're going to be playing with latex and cotton balls. Just a mess, but it's going to be cool. Starting out with a piece of white tissue paper, you're going to cut a size that is like bigger than your eye out, and you're going to go in with some spirit gum. Make sure you don't get this on your eyebrow because you will regret it. Okay, you're just going to stick that on the areas where you put the spirit gum. Make sure you have space around your eye to still blink. And then we're going to move in with the liquid latex. I'm blinking a lot because this is very strong in ammonia and it burns my eyes. Don't do that. Put your cotton wool on top and then place some more latex on top of your cotton wool. It should be a thin layer, but enough that, it doesn't collapse, but enough that it's still strong. I love this part, my little pointy part. That is the best part of my eye, I swear to God. Taking the cotton wool, you're going to stretch it out, create a little tube, and that's what you're going to be using for your eyebrow detail. So you put the latex, and then you put your cotton wool, and then you put more latex on top of your cotton wool, and you sculpt it. Basically, what we're going to be doing throughout this entire video. That's the process. Sculpty, 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 sculpt. Going in with the bottom now, we do the same thing. Sculpty, 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 sculpt. Say it with me. Sculpty, 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 sculpt. On my side, I seem to have like a little bit of a space. I don't like that, so I'm going to use an extra piece of cotton wool to just fill it in. You can do that. If you have spaces in your construction or structure that you don't like, you can just fill them in. Now, the fun part. Put down the latex in the middle of the eye. Make sure it's not too much. I'm blinking because, as I said, it kind of burns. Now you're going to stick this onto that part of the latex. You're going to put latex on top of that and then latex on the string. This is a very challenging part because sometimes it falls off. You're going to have to hold it in place with your finger, as we can see here, a shamble. You have to hold it in place with your finger, and then I used my hands to get the rest of the latex on the cotton wool, but it made the middle really thin, so I added more cotton wool, as I said earlier, and put more latex on top of that. Now we're going to get a small ball, just the size of the normal cotton pad, ball, and cover it in latex. Put latex in the middle of a hole that you poked and just shove it in there. Now we're going to create textured skin, like zombie skin. So you just put like 2 layers and then you dig it out when it's like almost dry. So here it is, almost dry. When it dries down clear, so I can paint over it with my foundation. And then I go in with, that's my foundation. I'm ahead! God dang! And then I go in with the Makeup Forever Flash Palette. No, I'm still ahead! Dang! Powder, guys, so it's not shiny. What a mess. Here we go. This is a mauve color from the Makeup Forever Flash Palette in neutral, and I go in with a red, and after that I go in with a cream color to make it look like if it's an infection. If you have like a weird texture thing, I'm sorry, this is on the screen for really long. Go in with the brown from the Makeup Forever Flash Palette. I just color that all the way around so that when I apply my foundation, it blends seamlessly. Now we're going to move into the inside of the eye. I mixed the brown and the red shade, and that's going to be the inside part of the eye. We're going to move in a kind of gradient effect. So we're going to go from the brown to this darkish reddish brown, and I'm going to move in with red after that, and then a little bit of yellow in the center. So it looks, I don't know, gross. I don't know what the inside of an eye looks like, but I'm assuming it kind of looks like this. So here's the red, and then we're going to put the yellow around, and we're also going to bring that all the way down to the stem. Oh, here I am putting like a darker brown in the corners just to give some depth, you know? Here's the yellow going down the weird stem. I think this looks pretty gross right now. I'm pretty impressed with myself. And then you put some red, and then you put the brown down. So you basically just use the same colors that you've been using throughout, all over. And then I use my fingers and I kind of smish the colors into one really gross color. I use the brown paint now to make a little eye dot thing, whatever it's called, and then I use the liquid latex to put a little bit in the center, and then I put a small amount of the cotton wool on top. Now I go in with lube. The lube is to make your cuts look juicy, okay? This is why. Look at how juicy this looks. In 3, 2. Juicy. Yummy. Oozing. Look at this. Oozing. Isn't that yummy looking? That is what you're using lube for, so that's it. And then we go with fake blood. And you just put it wherever you want, basically. Which is everywhere, if you're me. In the cuts especially, it makes it look even scarier. And here's the slow-mos. Okay kids, this is the finished look. You have some, zombie placed cuts or burns or whatever you want to call them. And then you have your eye being eaten out because obviously you're dying of some kind of disease. You were eaten, or at least beaten, whatever. This is actually fine. I mean, my vision is severely impaired and I can already, I don't see well in the first place. Should I put like blood down here? I think I might drip some blood here for the photos. We'll see. I'll do some with and some without. But yeah, this is it. This is day 12 with a nice ass bob. See you on day 13. If I'm looking at the viewfinder, it's because like my eyes literally can't focus right now, so I'm sorry about that. But see you on day 13.